Hi, this is ronMctube. We're playing the Hunter on PC. Today we're doing the brand new Rocky Mountain Elk Missions. These have just come out. It's 10 missions and there's some quite challenging ones, so let's get started. We're on Timber Gold. I've got my 300. I'm going to start off with that and change to different weapons as we progress. Right, first mission is called Fresh Produce. Harvest a female Rocky Mountain Elk. So that's a pretty simple one, so let's get started. Here we go, we'll come to one of my nice hot spots, and I'll put the location and coordinates in the video description for some of my nice places to help you out who struggle to find the Rocky Mountain Elk. Got a snake bite. I'm going to take this male. I'm after the female actually for the first mission, but I've got the male. Took him with a snake bite. I'll try and drop the female on top of him, shall we? I've got a mule deer on my left, but we're after elk, so that's part of the mission. Mule deer isn't. Come on, female, let's get started. Let's get this first mission out of the way. And down she goes. Look at that, perfect, side by side, male and female. So that should be the first mission done. Let's go over and collect it. So that's first mission out of the way. It's called Fresh Produce. You get 100 GMS, so small reward, but it's quite an easy one to do. Got a bonus mail. Collect this, get a notification, take a little trophy shot, and then we'll move on to the second mission. Perfect. While I'm doing these missions, I've got mainly 3 spots that I use, and these work for most of the species that's on Timber Gold. If you don't get elk here, you either get wolves or mule deer. The only species you won't get here is the longhorn sheep, because they're up in the mountains. But where I've got my tent set up and how I've got my tree stands and stuff, you mainly just get elk, mule deer and wolves, so you get lots of wolves. So it will help you out on Timber Gold if you check some of the locations where I've put these tents, and hopefully it does help those out who can't find the elk so easily. Right, on to the next mission. The second one is Bugle Boy, harvest a male Rocky Mountain Elk. Now if I'd have read the description on the last one, I could have done that in one go. I've done the first and the second, but we haven't. But we have got a nice male in front of us, so same spot. Let's take this male down with a snake bite again, dropped it. It's quite a nice elk as well. As with any of the missions, the first few are quite easy. Once you get to normally about 5 or 6, it starts getting harder, so I'm expecting as we get up the mission sets a bit later on, it should get a bit more challenging. It's quite a nice male elk there we could take, but I'm just going to collect this one, which is quite a nice one, take a trophy shot, and then we'll move on. 356, so pretty nice one, not a monster. Get him in a nice pose. The other one's photobombing, just walking by. Now on to the next mission, and that is called Turf Wars, the third mission. There's 2 parts of it. First part, we've got to spot a male Rocky Mountain Elk, which is pretty simple. Second part is ID drop-ins from a male Rocky Elk. So pretty easy, or should be easy. So let's carry on and get on with it. If you're doing the missions at the moment, which I'm sure many of you are, I would like to hear what are your favourite parts of the missions, what you've done up to yet, what do you think are the hardest missions, what are your weapons you're using, anything to do with the mission set. It's nice to hear what you're doing and what you're enjoying about them. They are quite good missions, really. I'm enjoying them myself. I do like Timber Gold anyway, because it is a really nice looking reserve. So we've got a small male in front of me. All we've got to do on this one, remember, is just spot a male elk, which is pretty simple, and we've just got to get the drop-ins to ID it, and then that's this mission over with. So pretty simple mission, but we are on only number 3, so once we get up there it'll start getting a bit harder, I'm sure. We are in a different location now. This location is very good for mule deer and elk. when you spawn in, often within a minute or two you do get one of those two quite often. He spotted me, but I'm not going to shoot you. I'm not after you. I just want your tracks and your spotting. Right, let's go over and collect the tracks and see if we've got what we need. And on to mission 4. Nice location near a lake. Lakes are very important on Timber Gold. You get a lot of animals around them. So when you're making up your map and putting down your different items like tents and towers and stuff, I definitely focus around a lot of the water areas because you do get a lot of animals. So that's the mission done. We collected the tracks, completed it. So on to mission 4. I can hear some crows behind me somewhere. That means dead elk carcass and wolves are close by. Right, mission 4. Mission 4, which is called Fighting Flora, we have got to harvest a Rocky Mountain elk using any 45-70 rifle without hitting the intestines. So I'm going to shoot a female. I'm shoot it in the brain because that's a nice kill shot, and it's nowhere near anywhere in the body. So aim for the eye. It should get the brain. That's down. So that should be one, and the second part we've got to get another one. Same again. So let's run over and collect it and get on to the second one. You can harvest a female or male, so it doesn't matter which you do. I'm just going to shoot whichever I see. That is the first one. So on to the next one with a 45-70, which is a good rifle, very powerful. Got a male just in front of me. I'm going to give it a little call. Hopefully when we just pop over this ridge we should see it. Same thing again. Yep, just calling. Just on the road down here. Ideally when an elk calls, register it on your PDA and call it straight back. Elk have a certain period where if you don't call back, they'll like get disinterested in your call and then just wander off. So I always call about every 30 seconds, just to keep them coming. Also you may pick up another elk or whatever in the area. Everything's not 100% known, so I always just call every 30 seconds once I know they're calling and around. So where are you, Mr. Elk? I'm going to give you a nice brain shot with a 45-70 to complete our mission. Is he behind the rock or is he just on the... Oh, and there he is. Right, here we go. He's in a small one. Straight near the eye socket and he's down. So that's the 4th mission completed. Now on to the 5th one, which is called Verification. Nearly said it wrong. Nice brain shot. Right, next mission. We've got to harvest a male rocket elk with more than 10 points. Got one in front of us. Quite a nice one. Take that. The next part is male Rocky Mountain elk with less than 10 points. So that's a smaller male elk. And then we've got to harvest a female rocket elk. So not too bad. Got the first objective done here. It should be done. We'll go over and collect it. Still using a 45-70. Collect that. Take a quick trophy shot. And I will move on to the smaller male elk. Lung shot. Just over 300. Got the notification popping up. If you're wondering what time I'm hunting at, I'm hunting at 11. I vary it between 11 and 12. Mainly 11 all the time. Sometimes 12 on other reserves like VDB, because at 12 o'clock the light changes on that reserve because of the mountains. So it's mainly 11 o'clock I hunt. That'll do. Right, onto the smaller male elk. So back to my pond location. We've got quite a few elk coming in. I've just been calling them. There's a mixture of females and males. There's quite a nice male, but that's got too many points for what we need. We won't need one under 10 points, so we need a smaller male. We do need a female though, so if we can get a male and a female, we might be able to do this in one go. Female's coming in. Let's see what these are when they're coming on the left. I think there's some on the right as well, but can't see that yet. Let's have a look. Look up there. There's some, there they are. Nice small male. That will do. So we'll call that in. The female's coming as well. So hopefully we can get both in one go. And then we'll be on to the 6th mission. All being well. Make sure there's no behind us. This is a very good spot. One of the best spots I've found. Always elk here. It's a nice male, but it's not what we need. It's mad that we're going to take a really small male over like the nice one on my side, on my right hand side. So let's get some bullets in this 45-70. Female's getting pretty close, so I'm going to have to shoot this now. So here it goes. One down. Alright, there's a female. Need a female. There's one, there's one. Ah, dropped it. There's the male. Can we get the male? Come on, stop. Oh, we hit it. I don't think that was a bot, I think that was a body. But we did well, we got the 2 we needed to get complete the mission. Small male, under 10 points, and the female. Might have got the other one, but I think I bodied that one. Should have left it really, but yeah, a bit trigger happy now and again. So we'll collect the male. Should we take a trophy shot? He's not really worthy of one, but I might take one. Nah, I think we'll get on with the missions. Long shot. Absolutely tiny, but it's done what we needed to do. We collect the female. Might go after the male that we hit. Depends. What's the next mission? Next mission, the 6th one, is called Traditions. Objectives for Traditions is we've got to harvest 2 elk from under 30 meters with a recurve bow. This spot where I'm at now is ideal because I've got a tree stand there and I've got a tree stand up my other spot, so that's what we're going to do in there. Recurve bow, get them nice and close, which shouldn't be too bad, and hopefully we do that one. There's the female. Mission complete. So 2 males under 30 meters with a recurve bow. That's the objective. I'm in my stand at the other spot. Nice male coming in. So under 30 meters, we'll take him. It is a nice one. Do like the recurve bow. Some people get put off by the natural bows because they're a bit harder to use, but once you get used to them, they are very good. I was crouching and it locks off your aim. He's going to come straight under my feet if I want him to, so might as well wait. There's another nice one here to my right. They're going to be both under my stand. There's also a mule deer as well. So here goes. Which one shall I take? Take that one, it's the easiest one. It is bolted, but there's that much blood on the floor. That's definitely going to be a lung or a heart shot. Right, let's get down. Check the blood out. Yep, lung, heart. So it's probably a single lung or double lung shot. So there it is. Quite a nice male. Not a monster, because if they're the really big ones, I've got 3 tines on the back. the antler, just under 300. Take a nice trophy shot, and then we're going to get after the second one, which we need just the same, under 30 meters, male roseback elk with a recurve. We have some crows at the side of us, and there's another dead elk. It's about as big as that. I never tried. I wonder if you actually collect them, if that would count. I don't think it would, but let's move on. We're going to do it the proper way. So back to my previous tree stand. We've got a male elk coming in. It is such a good place. The next mission, which is the 7th mission, is called Census. In that mission, we've got to harvest 3 female Rocky Mountain elks with the 3006. So that's not too bad. You're supposed to do them in the same hunt as well, I believe. So we've just got to find a group of females and track them down. We'll probably get a 2 out of a group. I'll concentrate on this male at first because it's quite a nice male coming in. I don't think it was as big as that, but that's quite a nice one. So we should finish off the 6th one before concentrating on the 7th, I think. It shouldn't be too bad unless something spooks it. You never know, sometimes wolves can do weird things. I did actually watch a wolf earlier, and it was chasing a female elk, and then it ran off. And I also seen a male run. So it's not very often you see it, but it can happen. I don't know where you are in the world, but here in Great Britain at the minute it is really hot. Probably not as hot as a lot of other countries, but we're not used to this kind of heat, as you know. We normally got rain or damp, grey skies. So when we get the summer weather actually come, it really hits us pretty hard. Not so bad if you like it really hot, but I'm not one of those who loves it too hot. Alright, Mr. Elk, come on in. That'll do, I think. Let's get the recurve. He's just letting me know he's there. And he's down. So pretty nice elk. That's that mission complete. Go over and collect it and take a trophy shot of this one because it's quite a nice elk. See what he actually scores. Not a monster, but it looks quite nice. .337, so not a monster, but quite a nice looking one. Right then, on to mission 7. Get the 3006. It's nice to use that every now and again. I don't use it too often. It's one of the really early rifles that was brought into the game. A lot of people do like it, but I tend to stick with the bullpup and the 300 guns like that over the 3006 because they've got a bit more power. But the thing about the 3006 is you can fire really quick, so some people do really like it just for that reason. Now we're supposed to be going after females, female elk, but as I've just gone to start off a hunt again, I've had males call, and I've just seen one of them. One's really nice, so I'm going back. I'm going to get my bow. I'm going to try and take the males down, and then we'll carry on after the females. They're nice big males, so what you're going to do, you know what I mean? You're not going to just leave them. So we'll put a bow on. I'm just sneaking back, calling them here. They're quite close. I'm hoping I can get them all if I can, and then carry on with the females. It's a really nice male as well, so it's a pity I'm not near my tree stand, but the elk is literally underneath it now, so I can't sneak over to that without spooking it. So I'm going to have to take it from here. I'm going to lie down for as long as possible. That is a decent one as well, you can tell, because it's got the 3 tines on the back of each antler. So here goes. He's down. There's another one coming in as well, so what I'm going to do is, that's another nice one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get him in the same spot as the other one. Drop him on top of him. 2 really nice males. We are supposed to be going for females, I know, for this mission, but I'm not going to leave these behind because they are really nice. I'm going to use this snake bite again. because I think there's some females coming in, so I'm going to keep bringing them in. Yeah, I can just see one of the ears of one of the females now. So hopefully we can get these males down as a little bit of a bonus and get our objective done. I'm pretty close now. Here goes, see if we can drop it at the side of it. Oh, it just see me. It's dropped perfect, side by side. Right, now we can continue on with the mission. Just keep calling these females in. Need 3. I've got to use a 3006. Forget and use the bow on them. There's at least 2 I can see. What we want to do now is pick our shots. So there's a couple of ways you can do this. You can either get them in as close as possible, hit the first one closest, and hopefully get a line up on the other one. But a lot of people, like what I would do, is probably hit the longest one first, and then you've got chance for sorting your scope out and then getting a shot off at the other one. Would be nice to get 2, but if we don't, we can probably find another couple of females anyway. I think there's 3 now. That'd be asking a bit too much in this location. They can run anyway. It's quite a lot of trees and it's sort of going down a slope, so they're going to run anyway. But we're going to have to take a shot sooner or later, so I'm going to take the second one out. 1. Where are you going? Ooh, we hit that, but I don't know how clean we hit it. I'll have to go and check. But let's check these 2 bad boys out first. They look very nice. Check the first one. What will it score? 378. So that's a pretty decent Rocky elk. Let's take a trophy shot. Do like that pose, standing by the other one. Really tall once we've got the big antlers. And we'll collect the other one. See what he scores. That'll do. It's a good shot. There's a bug at the minute with this box. I have turned it off in game options, but it's still staying on after every trophy shot, which is pretty annoying, but I'm sure they'll fix that soon. Ideally, you don't want anything on the screen when you're collecting animals. 347, so that's another nice elk. Bit of a bonus. Right, let's collect these females. Or collect a female. I know we killed 1, at least. We hit that with a good shot, so I know that one will be down over here. I'm not sure if we killed the other one. It's not so bad on flat ground. You can plan where they're going to run quite easily. But when it's elevated or hills or anything like that and thick woods, it's quite hard to pull it off. So here's the first one. Now, did we hit the other one? I think we hit it. I'm not sure if I bodied it or not. It's a bit awkward how it ran over the hill. But we will soon know. Just checking for tracks. It was over here, wasn't it, somewhere? I think I did hit it. Just trying to find a blood track. We also got wolves nearby. I just heard him howling a minute ago. I can hear the crows up on the hill. Come on, where's this blood track? I know I hit it. Can be quite frustrating when you think, oh, I missed it, here we go. Oh, it's a body. Well, we're going to go over the way it went. I think it would probably be limping around here somewhere anyway. And there's a little, well, there's 2 ponds down here. So I'm hoping if the others went down there, we should find them pretty shortly. 2 more females is what we need in this hunt. And that's that mission done. And we'll be on to the 8th mission. We've not been too bad up to yet. I'm suspecting, I think they'll get a bit harder as we get closer to the end. Normally most of the missions, as you get to the last few, they often get a bit harder. So that's what I'm expecting. I've been going round and round looking for this elk. Or another group of elk just to finish it. Oh, here's the female, look, she's got her head down. That is the other one we shot. Down you go. We've got her now. So we need one more. And then we're done. That's number 2. Just looking for number 3 now. Back down to my other area. I've fast travelled here. There is some females coming in, so ideal. 30:06 out. Let's get this mission done. I think I've gone down near the river. I just spotted them a minute ago. There's a little bank here, so gotta be careful. I'll call them and so they come to me. There's one there. Right, there's some more females. A bit far away, I'd like one close if I can. I don't want to mess about running through forest trying to get one more female. Might as well have a little bit of patience and just make sure we finish it. They're coming closer. So hopefully there's none across the bank yet, because if they're too close they might spook and we're going to have to look for another one again. Oh, here we go. Right, so here's our 3rd one and she's down. So that's the 7th mission over, Census. On to our 8th mission, which is called Rock and Roll. So for Rock and Roll, the objectives are we've got to harvest a male Rocky Mountain Elk with at least 12 points. So that's going to be quite a big elk with any rifle that's ethical. And then after that we've got to harvest another one. So it's starting to get harder now. 2 12 pointers is not a breeze. That should be quite a challenge. So back to my other spot, and now we've got to try and get a really big elk, 12 pointer with an ethical rifle. So I'm in my tree stand. I've got a very nice elk coming in. I think there's one coming from my left as well. Just checking around. The average sized elk bull is probably up to about 10 points. So it's not just going to walk in easy peasy. You have to search for 12 pointers plus. But I will give you my locations, which should help you out, which are great for Rocky Mountain elk. Here it is, and as you can see, I know straight away that is one that I need because it's got the 3 tines on the back of each antler. The gun I'm going to be using is a 9.3 by 62, and it's a very nice gun. Do like this, it's one of my favourite rifles. Got a very nice punchy sound, quite a powerful one as well. It's not hard to shoot it from there, but I'm just making sure. They're not that common, this size and above, so I just want to make sure I get it. Here we go, and it's down. Female's running, I'm not bothered about you, I want that big male elk. So let's run over and collect it. That should be the first one. We need 2 of them for this mission. We're getting there now, finally feel like we're getting through the missions. Long old slog, and you got to put in quite a bit of effort to do these, but in a way I like that. I want to be challenged. I want some good missions, so these have been really appreciated, add to the gameplay a lot. So let's collect this, see what it scores. What does it score? Scores 387. Alright, let's take a trophy shot. We'll move on to our next one. The 9th mission is called True Love. In that mission we've got to harvest a male Rocky Mountain Elk with a 4.54 and also harvest a female in the same hunt with the same gun. So that should be quite a bit of fun. Let's get this other male first. I've spotted a nice elk. It should do it. At a different location now. He's got the back 3 times, and that's when you always know they're really big. So we'll run over, collect that, and that'll be this mission over. And then we'll be on to mission 9. Long old slog, but this will keep you going for a while. And that's the best thing about the Hunter, is when you've got an objective to do something or playing a comp with a purpose, it generally is more fun because you've got something to do, something to aim for, and I think a lot of people do enjoy that. So take a trophy shot. That's a very nice pose. Puts in the height perspective. And it's double the height of me. Alright, let's move on. Right, so on to the mission 9, True Love. Get the 4.54 pistol. Got to get a male and a female in the same hunt, which shouldn't be too bad. Here's a nice male coming in. There's another one on my left as well, pretty decent. These spots are really nice. I've explained before in my previous elk videos about picking good spots in the Hunter, and you don't need magic guides. The simplest way of doing it, and I've explained this before, is go to the Wikipedia, find the animal maps, find where the animals are located, and pick a spot in between the most amount of that species in the middle. It's that simple. So for instance, say on the Wikipedia map for timber gold, say in the river there's 5 elk spots. You want to pick a spot in between the highest amount of those spots for elk. So if there's 3 together, pick one in between the same radius of those spots. Then you have probably got the best probability. A lot of people say they do this guide, do that guide, and they do it near one spot. That's not ideal. I've seen it numerous times. So just pick one near numerous spots and you will get numerous animals of whatever species you're after. It works for all species. So there's the elk. That's what we needed. Look where the females ran. I wanted to get the elk, male and female, with that in one go, but the females run in that straight line through all the bushes. Could have gone anywhere else, probably got it, but nope. Typical. So what we'll do is we'll collect this one. We needed this one anyway, so that's the first part, and then we'll track that female down, which shouldn't be too hard, and then we'll complete this mission, and then we'll be on to the last mission. Right, let's go track the female. Just give me a notification that I've done the first part. And here is the female, which is across the river from me. It's not going to be too hard to get this. Let's get this mission done. And on to number 10. It seems like forever, but it has been a long slog, but very enjoyable. I must say I haven't really hunted this hard for quite a while. That's a female down. Let's go over and collect it. It's out in the river bobbing about like an apple. I think we can collect it. It should be alright. Right, let's collect this. I'm going to take a trophy shot because it's the end of the 9th mission. So the 10th mission is called Main Attraction. Now in Main Attraction we've got to get an elk of more than 14 typical points, which is a very big elk. And we've got to get it in a tree stand, a blind, or a tripod at under 50 meters. So this is a bit of a challenge, and it is a very big elk to end on. I thought it would probably be a good challenge, so here goes. Right, so here goes. Wish me luck. Final mission. We're in the tree stand. We've got so many elk around us, it's unreal. I've got females whichever way I turn 360. I've got males. I've got all sorts. That's the one we need just there. That has got the 3 tines on the back, and that is what we probably need. I'm hoping that's enough. Remember, it's got to be more than 14 typical points. Now, average is up to 10, 12 is pretty decent, 14 plus is a very big help. So I'm hoping there's a really nice one coming in. I'm hoping that will do it. Like I say, I've really enjoyed these missions. It's been a challenge. It's not been a 2-minute job. Some of the missions are quite easy and you can do really fast, but this has been quite a challenge. Look at all these elk underneath. That's a pretty nice one on the left. There's a lot of females as well. That's not what I want. I've got a break action 7mm on. Got to change gun again just to make it a bit different. Could shoot it at any minute, but I'm just saving it a bit because it's been quite a challenge and it's going to be all over. I'm going to shoot this. Right, there we go. Watch all these elk run off. So hopefully that is mission done. We're going to run over now and check and just count those times. Make sure those points add up to 14 plus. I think it should be alright. Once you've seen quite a few elk, and I have shot quite a lot during this, you can generally tell how many it is. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, we've done it. We have done it. So let's collect it. Let's see what it scores. It scores 367. So that's been me, ronMctube. We've been doing the Rocky Mountain Elk Missions. Been a long slog, but really enjoyed them. Please subscribe to my YouTube channels. Hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.